My name is Ruth Shelley and I'm a glass artist. I've been working in glass for 25 years or so. I come from Aberystwyth in mid Wales. I studied textiles actually initially. I was always interested in colour. I think living in mid Wales, the colour is a very important factor of life. I could knit before I could read, so I was brought up in a house where using your hands was very important. I went on to Arts College and studied woven textiles for 4 years. I spent 2 years travelling Asia, in India, Nepal, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia. I did a night class in stained glass and I was hooked. So all my ideas of colour and pattern and everything I'd studied and researched suddenly made sense in glass. As soon as the light hit that glass, it reflected. I just fell in love with it. I suddenly found more freedom in doing warm glass in the early 2000s, and I've been working with warm glass ever since. I started developing a method of using gravity to stretch the glass into vessels. So I've been experimenting for the last 10 years on that, and in 2015 I won the Main Glass Sellers Prize Award in the Glass Biennale. I've been developing these dropouts, we call them, where gravity stretches the glass, and I've been able to bring my textiles back into it. So the carpets and the weavings and the ikats that I brought back from Asia, I was able to develop a way of transposing them into glass, and now I have glass vessels of my carpets. For this project, I looked at what the museum had in their archive, and a piece of Roman glass really stuck out. It was sort of green and yellow and it had movement in it, and I wondered if I could reconstruct that method in today's ways. So I started making rods. I cut very thin pieces of glass, all in different colours to start off with, different thicknesses to see what would work. So I fused them into 25cm rods, 10-inch rods, and then I started cutting the rods up at 1.5 cm lengths, and then I balanced them on a base sheet of glass with little bits of glass sticking behind them and beside them, and I fused it into a flat piece, which is quite thick, about 12mm. I then put it on a ring in the kiln and let gravity do its purpose and pulled it stretched to the bottom of the kiln. I then cut the top off the glass, and then I ground it and polished it and sandblasted it and made it into a finished vessel. I'm ready to grind them now. So I'll take both to there. I'll give this one a bottom. This one's already fallen to the bottom. Now, I don't know how accurate that is towards the Romans, but they were amazing that they could do that such a long time ago. And so I don't know exactly their process, but it's been an interesting project to replicate.